holding it. I bet you there's probably a patent for a specific type of like loop on a cup. I bet you there's a design, like a specific thing where it's like, oh, well, it's like shaped to your hand. That's our patent, and you fucked it up. Patent laws were originally drawn up to protect the inventor and their investment. Yeah, but unfortunately, Fred, as we all know, whenever anything is brought in to try to bring some positive impact, it is used in a negative way. Just look all around us in 2026. Just look all around us. Just look at the internet for about 5 minutes. Just get a patent for getting a patent, problem solved. Dude, hell yes. Gatekeep the process of getting a patent through your own company. I hope this whole Rothschild Valve thing, though, allows cracking down on patent trolls a lot more. You know, because all they do is they create fucking fake ass companies that they end up like closing moments later. You know what I mean? It's stupid. You could just open a random ass fucking like shell company that like doesn't actually exist. Well, it exists, but not really. Like there's nothing actually being done with it. You're golden. Pretty sure the Nintendo and Pocket Pair lawsuit is still going on. That's why I'm saying I feel like if I were to ever have any level of success with this game, I would not want it to be like that popular. You know what I mean? Because then all you start doing is companies who want to fuck you over because whatever, insert thing here, start seeing you. You know what I mean? I'd rather just not be seen. I'd rather just have a modest level of success. That being said, it's not like I'm going around and making games that seem very obvious like other games. You know what I mean? Not going around making games that seem like other games. Okay, well, let's delete this. I'm going to patent leveling up when I release my RPG, so I'm the only person that can make an RPG. Ow. God, that hurt. It's all about money and who'll get it. Damn, that hurt my chest. Oh. What is this doing? Oh. Poppy Playtime is still going. That's crazy. I feel like I've heard that name for years now. That's because I have. It started in 2021. Hmm. New chapter just came out. I think I saw someone streaming that. And then they're like, well, time to wait for the new chapter. Am I using the source version of UE? Yeah, hell no. I'm not dealing with that shit again. I ain't dealing with that shit again. At least not for a while. Definitely not dealing with that shit again for a while. Why? It just brought up a bunch of bugs. That made no sense. And then compiling it took 5 million fucking years. It just was not worth it. The only thing I would maybe do is have source available on my computer. So then that way I can, anytime I want to look at a node or something, because some of these I can't preview the code. That's probably the only reason I would have it there. But I wouldn't even compile it. I wouldn't use it in the project. I would just use it as a reference, which I don't even need to do that because I could just go on GitHub and then search for the fucking function and find it from there if I really need it. So, I don't know. It's just not useful to me. And I don't really find any need to edit source code yet, because you could technically use plugins to override certain things. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. Thing that sucks about having components, we probably don't want to start with tick enabled. So let's turn off tick. And we only want to set tick enabled on the server. And on the client. What made you use Unreal source code before? What was my reason? It was during super higher development. What was the issue that I came across that I wanted to see? I think I was curious to see what kind of improvements I could make using the source version. But I think there was something else that I probably was curious about, but I just don't think like is necessary at all. Are you allowed to share how many wishlists you had for Super Higher and launch? I'm curious about the journey of that game and getting wishlists sales for it. I think on early access release, we were probably at around like 3,000 wishlists, maybe less. On 1.0 release, oh, I don't even remember the number. On 1.0 release, it was probably around 20K to 30K. Now the game currently has around like 150K, 160K wish lists, something like that. So, yeah. I think if anything, wish lists are just an indicator of how well your marketing is doing. How well your marketing is doing, how much outreach is out there currently. It's literally just like a subscription newsletter just so people can see when your game releases. That's like the benefit of it. But either way, you should be releasing a bunch of press and whatnot when you're releasing, like a trailer and stuff like that. So people should be able to see that your release is occurring from other places as well. Most of those wish lists are probably from the TikTok you posted. Yeah, the TikTok probably helped a bit. But I don't think TikTok has that. I don't actually think TikTok was the reason. I think most of it was probably a bunch of the YouTubers and streamers that played the game. They were probably a much larger proponent because I don't think TikTok has a great conversion rate. Yeah, Jack Frags, you got Moist Critical, Lyric played it, I think, on 1.0. There was a bunch of other names as well. Yeah. Which game? Suit for Hire. Okay, so let's add the meltable component in here. We need to set the burn energy. Lyrics chat called it ass. He was like, let it cook. Lyrics chat calls everything ass. So I don't take Twitch chat as a good indicator of anything anymore, especially popular streams, because they have so many normies. It's not even worth paying attention to. Half of his chat probably just plays Apex Legends, Arc Raiders, and League, and whatever fucking other brain slop. Yeah, I learned very quickly as a game developer, do not read Twitch chats and don't take it seriously. Because you got motherfuckers in there that play Call of Duty still. Like, if that tells you anything, I don't know. That tells you a lot. And exactly what Link said as well. Twitch chats have a very strong tendency of, I don't know what the mentality is called, but like they only will say things differently based off of what their streamer is saying. Anyways, let me do 5 push-ups and puke out all my oat slop that I just ate. This is not gonna be good. Oh. Yeah, sheep mentality. I learned to just ignore it. Listen, you know your target audience best. You know if the game is really good or not. You don't need a Twitch chat to fucking tell you. Don't. Peanut was playing Marathon and his chat was saying the game was dog shit. Then he says he really likes it. And his chat was like, this game is amazing. Yeah, Peanut's probably, no offense to Peanut, but Peanut seems like he has that kind of chat room where they play Call of Duty still. I mean that in the most disrespectful way possible. I see more people releasing games with just release trailers, and it seems to work out for them. I always thought you had to do a ton of devlog, spam Twitter for a year before releasing and all that. It helps, right? Like, it helps to post things, get things posting on Twitter and whatnot. But realistically, if you can get your release trailer or even a reveal trailer to like pop off, share it to other places, IGN, whatever the fuck, better than nothing. You know what I mean? COD 4? No, I'm talking about like whatever the newest Black Ops is. Black Ops 7. What's the new Black Ops? Which number are we at now? Seven. No, you're actually being serious. Is it actually Black Ops 7? Yeah. Yeah, I mean what I said earlier. I really mean what I said earlier. So yeah, don't listen to Twitch chat. That's what I've learned very early on. If you had 2 to 5K viewers and less than 100 people scream one thing, it's really a small number. There's just people that are always going to say stupid shit. Like, it just doesn't, who cares anymore, man? Welcome to the internet. I think on the internet these days, you really have to just either A, ignore certain places that just have stupid motherfuckers, or B, find ways of filtering it out of your brain. It still, don't get me wrong, sometimes I'll see a message and I'm like, but I've been able to kind of just avoid that a bit more lately. I think it's just a level of not caring anymore. Like, I care about my product, but I just don't give a shit about this guy because this guy was never my target audience. It's some fucking guy who plays NBA 2K26. Like, who gives a fuck about this guy? I'm not gonna lie, I watched a stream of NBA 2K26. I thought I was watching a parody. Like, it looked like a Unity, like shit Unity game. It did genuinely look like... It looked like a really... yeah. Anyways, I'm just being an asshole now. But yeah, no, honestly, my biggest advice is if once you release your game, if you see a streamer playing it, unless it's like a smaller streamer, I recommend closing the Twitch chat. Like, honestly, I don't think you get anything of value by reading it. If you get any players from there that then start providing feedback, that's where, you know, real feedback will come in. You know, not some doofus on Twitch chat who might actually just not even be of age. It could be like a 13-year-old for all you know. You know what I mean? You could be getting rage baited by a 13-year-old in Twitch chat. Okay, so we're set the burn energy. We have the meltable component. Now we just need to make it so the furnace uses the meltable component instead of item. Okay, okay. In here. Here we go. All right. Why is the code doubled? Why is the code doubled? Oh. I see why it's doubled, because there's a reference call. Well, isn't that just dookie? Are you saying that feedback from someone that has reacted to someone else playing the game is not good feedback? No, I just mean that a random Twitch chat that literally has like an audience of people from every different angle and whatever who doesn't actually care about your game is not a good reference for feedback. Wait, hold on. I gotta keep this. So start syncing furnace. So the client calls immediately the syncing, probably for client prediction reasons. Here we'll get meltable component. Here we'll call start syncing furnace. Now, it would be good that we check that they actually have this component to begin with. But that's fine. That's fine. Made a zombie for my zombie game? Let me see, let me see. Looking like a zombie. It do be looking like a zombie. I am not a character artist, so I can't give it like any feedback. I don't know. Maybe the cheeks and maybe soften a little bit. Maybe soften some of these elements, but dude, I don't know. I'm not a character artist. So you can now throw the extinguisher into the furnace and it'll react. So you are able to throw the fire extinguisher in the furnace already because it's already an item. The only problem is that it doesn't explode. So we don't have that yet. We didn't implement that just yet. We haven't implemented that just yet. Dude, how do I form this in a way that the code doesn't, like, how do I, there's no way to make this look nicer. I guess that's as close as it gets. Am I going to add true first person to this game? Probably not, no. No, probably not. Probably not. I think true first person makes things way too complicated. All 326 double vertices removed. Nice. Wait, this is going to be third person? It's first person, but it's not true first person. Like, I don't really care for showing hands or anything like that. Like, I don't think that's a necessary element for a type of game like this. Like, I'm probably going to not even, like, use a bunch of animations. Like, I'm probably going to, like, try to stay away from animations because it's just added work that I don't really care for replicating and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think it's necessary. Can we throw the extinguisher at the cigar shop guy? I need to figure out what we're gonna do if you throw an item in there. Like, if he keeps it or if he, like... I think it'd be cool to do a subtle system where you can gift him items without you even, like... You can gift him items and then maybe there's a certain items that he might be interested in. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. I really want to put little hidden stuff in the game, like all over the place. Being able to unlock certain places of a station, like permanently unlock. Or temporarily unlock and get items from it and stuff. I think that'd be so sick. Make the stations have a little bit more life, you know? I feel like that'd be cool. It would encourage exploration and keeping certain items in runs and stuff like that. I feel like that'd be cool. I'd love to do stuff like that. I'd love to do like a whole treasure hunt type of thing. Permanently unlock gambling. I was thinking about making the whole gambling thing a different place, which, you know, we could always do that. We could always make it so the gambling station stuff is like you got to unlock that area by like breaking down a door or something, or pay a coin to get in. At nighttime, this specific door can be knocked on, and then someone will request money through a little eye door. Yes. Okay, so I think this is technically ready to go. We should be able to now feed items again to the furnace, which we were able to do previously. Okay, plunger, good. Great item. Okay. So we should be able to feed it, and then the furnace will get some power back again. Okay. So, It's the owner isn't our player character, right? It doesn't become, or it shouldn't become the player character. I hope not. Oh, I think, you know what? No, wait, we have that here. Right. So, it's not playing the sound effect. It could be because it could be maybe, perhaps, mayhaps, server feed to furnace calls Multicast play sync timeline. Hold on, I'm not seeing some messages in YouTube chat for some reason. Hold on. Should add atomic bomb in one of the trains? I don't know you go from, but imagine failing something and it just sets a nuke off. There's literally, Crunchy, it's funny you say that. That will become an idea. Nuclear bomb. There's a small % chance to spawn a cabin that's dedicated to maintaining a nuclear bomb. If the players ignore the nuclear bomb when it requires maintenance, it'll explode and the run will fail. So we're gonna have some wacky stuff like that for sure. We're definitely gonna have some wacky stuff like that. I think that'll be fun. Can the burning odor be toxic and affect the player? We could make some items force the player to close the furnace when they do it. That could be fun. And then there's like a temporary period of time where it's like toxic to open it. It could be cool. Why is this not working? So I think it is syncing. Just really slowly. Never mind. So let me guess, multicast does not get called on the server, huh? I bet you if I put this here, it's gonna play it on the server. Hey, Phoenix. No, it's not playing. Okay. Actually, let's do that again and then breakpoint this again. It has the lifetime. Like, the lifespan is there. It's setting the lifespan to 4 seconds unless the furnace is doing that for us, which I don't think it is. Is this stoking the engine? We're kind of doing a little bit of a refactor so that we can melt other objects that are not just items. But in doing so, of course, we broke some stuff. Let's just say we broke a couple things. So let me get this straight. This isn't being called. Or is it? It is being called. Okay, thank goodness. The get owner is just the item pickup. So set actor locations for some reason just not working. Because this minus should be working. It should be minusing 5. Oh! It's just minusing 5 from the start point. Let's just do this. Okay, so that part should work. Why is it that we don't hear the little nice sizzling noise when we feed it to the furnace, though? Okay, that might be a little bit too fast. I also have to multiply that by delta seconds or else... Yeah. When the nuke explodes, make the players charred like an old cartoon, sitting clueless and confused in the middle of the crater. I don't know if the players will ever even see that. I think the explosion will just go off. I think what would be funny is if a bomb goes off and they just like... their whole face is just like... depending on where the bomb blew up, they just have like a whole like part that's like... We could do that. Maybe not the nuke. I think the nuke we'd do it a little differently. Is there a fridge to hide from the nuke which will totally work? Ah, yes. The Indiana Jones way. Is that originally from Indiana Jones? I remember it from Indiana Jones. Yeah, it's OG from Indiana Jones. Oh, I see what's going on. We're setting the melting call way later. Wait, what? Oh, whatever. If I can put that in there. That's why it's not going through, because I'm stupid. Classic, because I'm dumb. Yeah, now it's playing it. Ah! Oh, great. Can't even tell if it added fuel. Oh yeah, it's adding fuel. Okay, good. Hard to develop a game with blueprints? It's not hard. It's just like regular programming. How many games do you know that have an underground research facility? Have it under, like, in the game they have an underground research facility? Oh, I don't know, dude. So now, literally what this whole system was for, we need to make it so we can now add the meltable component to the briefcase. That's what this entire journey has been for. Is so we could add it to other objects, and this being one of them. So, meltable component. The burn energy will be 3. It would be cool if the burn energy was any of the items inside of the briefcase as well was considered for the burn energy. I might do that. I feel like that'd be cool. So we might do that. But now we should be able to just melt this. Well, we should be able to just melt it. We should be able to just... Oh, I think we have to generate overlap events. I think that's why. Watch this. Ah, see? Ah, you see? Well, it would appear the lid as well needs to be moved. A little problematic. Now, what if the briefcase is opened already? What happens then? Oh yeah, the lid is still... Okay, well, we'll just have to work on that. No problem. Okay. We got it. Who keeps 3 sponges in a briefcase? I don't know. Maybe a guy who cleans things. I don't know. Can it handle sinking multiple items? Yes, yes. The reasons why I have to put the syncing code inside of the item itself is so you can sync multiple items at once. Like, what we could do... Let's do this. Let's break open a... I wonder if we... Never mind. I wonder if we could break open a suitcase inside of the... Only one item came out. But what we could do... We can line this shit up. Ready to get melted. Melt this. Melt this. The whole idea is being able to melt multiple stuff. A box of fireworks? Ooh, I do like that. I like that. That's a good idea. That's a great idea. Because then when it goes in the furnace, it blows up. Or you could light it yourself. Oh. Put the monster in the furnace? We can't do that yet. In fact, we also can't put the ragdolling player into the furnace yet. Cartooning explosion inside animation that distorts the furnace. I have been thinking about ways that the players could speed up the train. Those are things that I definitely do want to do, because I want to find ways of making this... Because right now you're basically forced to conform to, as long as you have everything at 100%, the speed of the train is always the same, and I feel like that might be boring for players. There's no way to, like, speed it up. So I feel like, yeah, we could use the furnace as a way of speeding things up. Maybe you, like, feed it, I don't know, drugs, but as objects. So I definitely do want to do stuff like that. And then maybe certain objects are a negative debuff, you know? Like, if you do something and you put it in there, it's not a good idea. One of the ideas being the fire extinguisher. It, like, eats up some of your fuel. So then that way you don't use the fire extinguisher. Feed it some creatine. Hey, I got you some protein powder. The bomb could be a funny one because the funny thing about the bomb is you literally you have a very limited time to actually do anything with the bomb. So that could reward players for opening the bomb, actually, and then they feed it to the furnace very quickly. I think that could be really cool. Something that is, like, seen as, like, a hazard can actually be used to speed up the train secretly. I think that's a cool idea, for sure. Add NOS. Oh, that could be a good item. Where everything's breaking on this train, man. We got... valve leaks. We got, power going out. The gears are breaking. We're gonna have to change all of those, like, cooldowns, and right now it's just set to, like, every 15 seconds it'll break something, but obviously we'll, like, change some of that. I think we got pieces of a video game. I think we got pieces of a video game coming together. Just the fact that going to the station is not just, like, a spot to buy and sell things, but there's actually, like, little secret goodies and little other items that you can find around. I think... I don't know. At least to me, from a design aspect, I think that gives it a lot more life. Train could become almost at super speed because someone's maxing out the speed constantly. I think, you know what would be super funny? Is if you max out the train and someone's on the outside, they, like, start flying away. Because the speed's going too fast. They're like, oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I did want to add wind resistance, but I think we could also even incorporate that even further. Where it's like the wind resistant actually pushes you back. Oh shit, he goes through the door? What? Oh shit, he does. He generated the nav mesh for it. Oh fuck. Dude, hell yeah. And I'm assuming now it's closed off. Yeah. The only problem with dynamic nav mesh is it's expensive. It do be a bit expensive. So this means that we could actually make it so this crate can be melted now. And that just means any player could just, you know, go into the station and just start melting random shit. You know what I mean? We can also delete some of the old code in here. Thank goodness I did this. I'm so glad I did this. Can you imagine having all of these custom events literally everywhere just because we didn't have like a proper code for it? Oh, shit, dude. I think the other thing that would be really nice to create a system for is not having to reuse. So right now, one big issue, all of the objects in the game have sliding sounds, or at least ideally they'd have sliding sounds, impact sounds, you know, stuff like that. One big problem right now is I have to recreate that code for every single actor that has that. I wonder if we should maybe make a new static mesh type. Instead of static mesh component, we can have our own custom static mesh component, and we already have all of that code in there. Look at you learning to have structure. I'm so proud of you. Dude, I've been doing this, or trying to. Did your train move, or it's always stopped? It's always in the same spot. Always in the same spot. Yeah. Yeah. It's the environment that moves around the train. It's just so much easier to manage. Okay. So now, when we land at the station, we should be able to melt the crate. The damn gear going off. That thing's so loud, dude. I guess it's a good thing that it's loud, because then it encourages you to fix it, but... Okay, there we go. Got a few different things to fix in the train. What the hell was that noise? Something has a steam leak. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It did not end that task. Whoopsies. There are games with way less content mechanics, yet they manage to earn enough at least for several months. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm a little... This project is a bit weird, because it's like... It can be very simple by design. But I think, like, that actually could just be good for us. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we need to make it super complex. In fact, that's probably more beneficial for us to not make it super complex. See a guy using a ghosting mechanic where it's always stopped and replicate for that one that move. Did you see that before? I'm not sure. Yeah, I just have it so the world around moves. But most of it is a shader effect. Most of it's a shader effect. And then the actual things that are moving, like the tunnel, for example, is an actual object that's moving because it needs collision. Because there will be moments where you have to repair something on the top of a train, and you might get hit by anything if you're not careful. I have some way of telling the players where tasks are since you just now didn't know where it was. You like that they were kind of confused and got to search for it. So that was a bug, though. That one is a bug where that task happened. In here, I might make it an item that all players have, like a map, because I don't know if I want to restrict it so it's just at the front. But at the front here, you have a display that you can interact with, like a computer. And right now, it shows that car 1 now has an error. And that's this one right here. The power is out. So they do kind of have to search for things, but I'm going to add some like little icons and stuff. And then obviously there'll be sound effects and whatnot as well. So here we can fix the power. The power will go back up, and then you can see the lights are back on in here. And then the computer will respond to that. But I am thinking of maybe turning that into a map instead. Like a display, like a tablet that the player can have. Could always be an upgradable item that they can purchase as well. But you can see now that car 1 is fine. So the display at the front, the little computer thing, kind of shows you where things are. But yeah, I might make this like an item so that... See, here we have an error. Now the engine shows red. Yeah. So that's how we have it. It's like a cool little display that you can interact with. You just drag your mouse over it. I do want to make some tasks that require you to use like the computer, because I love this mechanic. I think it's cool. I can imagine doing like a little tiny puzzle thing. Could be kind of sick. Yeah, for sure, Crunchy. I think what I would do for solo play, if we do have a tablet that shows you this map, but in a tablet form, I think I would, by default, give solo players that item right off the bat. What's the name of this game? It's going to be called Train Rot. Simulate watching Twitch. Yes. Yes. Hold on, I don't know why the spam detection... Like to do a gameplay video playing your game in demo when you get it almost ready. I don't know when it'll be ready, but we'll probably be participating in Next Fest, so there will be a demo of it. I don't know when that'll be though. I think that's in June or July. Yeah, right, Crunchy. I think there's going to be people that do want to stay in the little command center area, but I do want players to work together and like go to places together and whatnot. That being said, looking back at like games like Lethal Company, while there is, you know, friends playing together and working together, they also kind of, what I've seen from a lot of playthroughs is people kind of just do their own thing as well. They kind of just go around doing their own thing too. So yeah. Add some scan lines. That might be good. I'd have to probably add that as a material effect, but I do like that idea. Always wanted to make a high-end model of the IBM PC I had as a kid in the 90s. Well, now you can. Why stop? Why stop then? Why not do it now? Lethal Company gives a reason to stay in the ship because you can use the terminals to open locked doors. That's true. They also do that. Pong minigame? Oh, we're definitely going to put a bunch of minigames. I had an idea, or it might have been somebody else in chat that had that idea. A puzzle cube, or kind of like a random item that you can find, and then you can solve that item. It would be so funny just seeing a friend in your group just completely ignore everything. The nuke's about to go off, then you got your fucking friend trying to put together, fuck, I forgot what it's called. What's that cube called? Oh shit, bomb! Oh, bomb! Yeah, Rubik's Cube. Kind of like a Rubik's Cube, but I have no clue if the Rubik's Cube is trademarked. Hello, Barry. Working an ARPG game with Unity dots. Only way I've used Epic Game Services only. Yeah, I don't use EOS. I don't really want to deal with it. It is? I'd have to come up with like my own little puzzle cube then. Because I think that'd be funny. Just letting a player just solve something in the middle of everything. We have to fix the lid not going down. Looking forward to playing this and seeing how it does. I am looking forward to it as well. Hopefully we could do like actual proper play testing soon, because we have not done any. All of it has been like very technical testing. So I am looking forward to seeing how well this does in an actual like play test environment with like the trains and everything. Like we have a list of like our playable proof of concept, like at least having 3 of the monsters, being able to buy and sell items. We can sell them, but obviously we kind of want to do a little bit more there. We need to make a bunch of items and whatnot, the fuel system, etc., etc. 8 maintenance tasks. Currently we have... How many do we have now that we've put in window cleaning, albeit it's not done yet? 1, 2, 3, 4. Toilet clog still has some work, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6! We could probably put rat infestation in here. I was just trying to think, like, how do I do the rat infestation? Without using any character movement components. I guess we could use Niagara, but then how can we make it so the player can pick up the rats if they're a Niagara particle effect? I found a picture of the PC I had. Brother. That's some retro reference. Yeah, I have never had that old of a computer. I remember one of my computers having a floppy disk insert. I do remember that, but that's probably as far as it goes. You know what's crazy? We're kind of at a day and age now where like PCs generally just don't come with CD-ROM readers anymore. When's the last time you saw a PC with a CD-ROM reader? Like, I think the last time I used a CD, I had to get an external CD reader that went through USB. It's crazy. We don't even use CD anymore. CDs killed floppy disks. Now we've just killed CDs. It's all gone. Have a collision box around the Niagara effect? I don't even know how to do that, to be honest, because I've not played with Niagara to that extent. I know you can convert a Niagara particle into an actual object somehow. That being said, I don't know how many rats we would actually have. Like, how many rats would we spawn? I don't know. Have some Bezos bucks. Thank you, Mayor. Awesome. Thank you.
Shit my pants, I did. Shit my pants, I did.
Doop. Thank you for the prime. Thank you. Thank you for the Bezos bucks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciate. Box around and put all the stuff in an actor and move the actor itself, not that Niagara. Well, we wouldn't... Yeah, I don't know how, I don't know how, people make those. Like, I don't, like, from a technical standpoint, like, actually making it. Like, we can, in practice, yeah, I think that would be good. Like, is each Niagara particle technically an actor? I don't know. I think what we could do is use a pawn, but make it a floating pawn movement, and then that'll be cheaper. That being said, how many rats are we like actually going to have in this? Like, we don't want like hundreds of rats because then you have to grab each one. I think it would probably be max like 12 rats. You know, like 12 rats in a room. Yeah, I'm like, we might just start them off as actors. And then make them like randomly run around, and if they hit a wall, they'll just bounce off of it or something. They'll just bounce off the wall or something. Just don't even use nav mesh. We just have to make sure that they don't end up outside. Or well, actually, we could make them end up outside, and then we'll just launch their Z velocity down. And then I guess they just died. But then they might accidentally, you know. So maybe we just use nav mesh? I don't know if the floating pawn movement can use nav mesh. Well, it's, well, time to model a rat, I guess. Or no, let's just make it a sphere. Let's just make it a sphere. So, NPC. Do we make it a pawn? I guess we do. I guess we do make it a pawn. Or maybe I just make it a blueprint class. No, but if we want pawn movement, or any sort of movement, that has to use a pawn. So let's do NPC AI rat. Rat. So movement. We got our GMC stuff. We got our floating pawn movement. Gawk, please AI generate me a rat. Yeah, I don't want to use character movement component because it's too fucking expensive. Even using GMC is too damn expensive. Or I feel like it's too expensive. Like, we could. But I feel like it's way too expensive. Now, how stupid do we want them to be? I guess we could determine if they're about to die by, like, doing a line trace forward. to determine if they're about to jump off the entire map. That being said, if there's a rat infestation, we want the rats to stay within the zone where the infestation is. So let's just do a floating pawn movement. I have no clue if this is going to replicate properly. I don't know if floating pawn movement is replicated. Will they bite? No, they'll literally just run around and then make noises. Or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Good job, Jovix. There should be a... Oh, shit. We should have a rat monster. Like a big rat. Huge rat. And then, like, we take the rat sound, but we make it really deep. It's like... Oh, shit. Wait, hold on. I don't understand. Is this replicated? I don't know if it is. I guess we just replicate movement. Or, no, we just... I know what we can do. We give this smooth sync. We just slap smooth sync on this. Problem done. Problem solved. Something I thought about, though, is because this... we need to be able to grab this NPC. Oh, that's going to be funny. This is going to be very, very interesting. Yeah. All right, well, let's start with, I guess, a sphere capsule. I suppose we start with a sphere capsule. And then let's just give it a sphere mesh. And then, let's see. I believe it does not have any... That's a big rat. That's huge. That motherfucker's big. He's big. Maybe we'll make him a little smaller. A little smaller. Okay. So, does he need... Do we need to simulate physics for this to work? Or does this specifically work by not simulating physics? It's all kinematic, right? You need a reference. Oh shit, it's a rat somehow in this. What is that from? I like these rats. Yeah, if this is what I'm thinking it is, like a huge swarm of rats, yeah, it's probably just FX. Yeah, that's all FX. Although, I don't know how they're killing... I guess that's the whole aspect of... when there's an actual event that occurs, then it creates an actual object for it and just destroys the particle emitter. I'm assuming. What's this YouTube short? That's so stupid. Oh, it's so fucking stupid. What the hell? Oh shit, a rat. Is this one's size good? Brother, it's Bloodborne. Those are huge. Those are massive. Okay, let me see what kind of events we got in the floating pawn movement. What do we got in here? What do we got in here? What do we got? Movement. Is crouching, is falling, is flying. No, that's not what I want. The hell kind of events do we got in here? Is it add input? Yep. Oh, he's a fast boy. Maybe a little too fast. Acceleration, 200. 400. Max speed. Like, obviously we wanted to be quick, but maybe not like that quick. Okay, so are you telling me we have to do gravity ourselves? Or can I somehow just simulate physics? I think this is kinematic. Oh wait, you can do simulate physics. Oh wait, shit. It means I can grab onto the rat. Probably not ideal though. We probably don't want to simulate physics on it. Do you think Ardem, a new game, will survive? Will it be like the day before? Ardem? I don't even know what that is. Let's see. Ardem. MMO. Online co-op. Oh wait, I think I've seen a devlog of this project, haven't I? I don't know. Only time will tell. It's interesting to see MMO in here. I'm not sure why MMO is a tag. I guess, is it like DayZ? Yeah, I do remember, I think I do remember seeing this on YouTube. I don't know. I'd say just, wait and see, I guess. No past releases. I don't know, we'll see. I don't know, I can't determine if something is going to be good or not. I think that would be improper of me. So I can simulate physics on the rat, which is really funny. And it still moves with the floating pond movement. Now, that's probably a little expensive. We probably don't want to simulate physics on this. In fact, we'd probably just want to somehow... I don't know why gravity is not a thing in this. I guess it makes sense because it's floating, but... Steam has become so uncurated, you'd find the randomest shit there. You can kind of adjust your curation stuff. You can kind of adjust it a little bit. I would filter out a few things. It says there's nav movement in here. I actually think I might be able to do nav movement. Are there move to operations in here? Hold on, let's see. I have no clue if this would work with the floating pond movement, but I'm curious if it does. Get random location. Luckily, these rats do not need to open doors, so we're fine. They do not need to open doors, so that's a good thing. Oh my god, they can move 2 locations. Oh shit. Can the rats move through vents? That would be cool. I'm down for that. Okay, the simulated physics is causing them to be kind of weird though. But that being said, we need gravity. We need to give them gravity. You know, Kramer, how's it going? Did I come back to rats? Rats, rats. We are the rats. Okay, we need to give him gravity. Now, I think the best way to do that is to maybe just... Unless maybe there's a cheaper way of doing this. Spawning pawn, how to add gravity to a pawn. What would be a cheap way of doing this? Objects inheriting from default pawn or character can have map movement components, but if you want to have movement on a regular pawn type, you need to make your own movement component or just put the movement code in the event blueprint. Gravity is a type of acceleration, means it's a variable that adjusts velocity every tick. For gravity, you can make a vector of 0, 0, -1, then multiply it by a float, and you can call it gravity. Add that result to your pawn's velocity every tick. Then add that result to your pawn's velocity. Can I add velocity just like this? I feel like every time I've always done this, it has always been very buggy. Now, we'd probably want to check if they're grounded. If they're already grounded, we probably don't want to add gravity. Let's just try 1,000. It would appear that, well, that's physics linear velocity. There has to be a, maybe it's in here. Yes. Okay. He fell very quick. He was quick to the ground. The death was swift. He's not. Seems like he's not moving anymore. Hold on. This is pissing me off, dude. There we go. That's a little, yeah, it's a little that's not so bad. Not so bad. What you're making? Rats for my train friendslop game. Oh, the thing is though, when you grab it, you can't, well, we'll just make it simulate physics. I do find it really funny simulating physics. One day I'd love to find out a way of making a movement system that the body is always simulating physics. Wait, do you guys notice that? When he stands still, you just... He, like, lands on the ground. What's going on? Do you guys see that? Is that the minus velocity here? Let's see if this has a grounded thing. Is moving on the ground. Okay. Can we check if they're falling? That way we only apply this if they're falling. But that being said, does this actually check if they're falling? No. Well, that's useless for us. So, do I have to do my own grounded check with a line trace? Oh, come on. That'd be stupid. Oh, he keeps moving up. Do you guys see that? He's like his random navigable location is whatever. Just put the gravity in the bag. Put the gravity in the bag. Does the moving train apply inertia of movement to the sphere? It does not, because technically the train is not moving. So, yeah. Now I think what would make sense, by the way, for the movement is I feel like something that would look cool for the rats is if they like spin in circles. Yeah, their movement is they keep moving upwards. So that makes me think that there is a nav height. Yeah. We have to put a different value in there. 16. I don't know if this makes a difference. Let's see though. Because look, he's kind of flying up. But where are the bean people going? I don't know. We just work here. Listen, we just work here. We're just an employee. So for some reason the rats can't go up the stairs. He also keeps twitching up and down. Really annoying. I kind of want them to stay on the ground. And then when they're moving around, I kind of want them to start spinning in circles. Or when they're done, they start spinning in circles. Well, oh, you know what we could do? We can add input. Oh, I know what we can do. So to make them spin in circles, we could add input in the X and the Y. And then that should make them spin in circles. Guys, I unfortunately have news. They're not spinning in circles. Is it because of the velocity? Yeah. Hmm. Wait, he's never calling that. Is this never calling success? Maybe the acceleration's causing issues. Hold on, let's see. Oh, now he is. Wait, what? Oh wait, that doesn't make him spin in a circle. Oh wait, whoops. That's not correct. That's not the world vector. I want him to go. I actually don't know if he's rotating in the direction he's moving. Hold on. Error. He is not rotating in the direction of movement, which is not good. Hmm. You're a drunken spider. I need to change the sphere. I also need to turn off collision on the mesh. I just remembered. Let me do an arrow. An arrow. Not hidden in game. And we need this arrow to face the direction. Or actually, let's make the sphere face the movement direction. Okay, this is going to be very important for us. And we probably also want to interpolate it, so it's not instantaneous, because that could also be problematic. Uh-oh. Break. Yeah, we don't want the Z velocity in there. Okay, it is instantaneous. Isn't there not a rotation rate? Turning boost. I don't know what turning boost is. Makes turns have less drift and become more responsive. Velocity magnitude is not allowed to increase. That only happens due to normal acceleration. May decrease with larger values. Apply extra force to reach the target direction more quickly, while a zero value disables any extra turn force. Yeah, well. Yeah. Let's just do this. R interpolation 2. Danger, too close to the monitor, pull up. Sorry, I'm taking a look at what we got going on here. Is this all being replicated on the server? Well, I would assume it is, because we have smooth sync, which would ideally make this work. Wait. Oh, of course. I forgot to hook it up. Of course I did. So what I want to do is I want to get their forward vector and get the right vector. Add these two together, and then that would become our little mouse rat way of spinning around in circles. I don't know if he's ever calling stationary though, so like I don't know how. Wait, hold on. Let's just make it so stationary is defaulted to true, and then that way he starts spinning in circles on startup. Oh, there you go. I mentioned it causes extra issues during multiplayer due to network. The only thing that needs to be replicated is not the code itself. It's like if their rotation and their velocity, which should be happening with smooth sync. I don't know if I like their acceleration being used, to be honest. I kind of want them to be skittery, you know, kind of moving around really quick. I feel like that's kind of part of the design, is them moving around so quick. I also think we're going to increase their rotation speed, because the slower it is, the slower their turns are, and I feel like I kind of want them spinning around, chasing their tail or something. Okay, let's do on fail, because I think they're calling on fail. It seems like they are. Hey man, I got a bigger nose than you? That's a lie. Don't come in here with these lies. Let's compete? It's not even a competition, I already know. Where's my rat? Where'd he go? Wait, where did he actually, where did he? He's stuck in the corner. This stupid motherfucker, man. What happened? He is stuck in the corner. Oh, come on. Oh. Well, he did get stuck in the corner. Maybe we want to give him a slightly larger sphere radius. So that doesn't happen. The only thing I don't like, and I really don't know how to fix from an NPC standpoint, how do we fix this really frantic movements? Maybe that's just acceleration. Maybe that is the acceleration. Maybe we keep the acceleration in, but maybe we just increase the acceleration speed. Because they're a little bit frantic. You know what I mean? I have an idea. If they're stationary, we increase the interpolation speed to 12. Otherwise, let's use 5. Wait, no, 7. You know what? I don't know if it's the deceleration now that's being taken into account. I think it's the braking distance. Oh, he's spinning. He's spinning all right. Do I have a rat model? Jokes apart, what's going on? We're making rat AI for one of our next maintenance tasks, which is a rat infestation. One of the train cars could get infested with rats, and then a bunch of these are going to be... Well, let's just simulate what this could look like. Also, maybe good for performance checking to see how bad the performance might get, having a bunch of these in the scene. Yep, this looks basically about as close as I thought this would look. Which is like a rat infestation, except they're just spheres with an arrow sticking out of it. So now we just need a rat model. And then we need these dumb fucks to make noises. I don't know. You know, like sounds like that. This train has balls. Yeah, it's got a ball issue. It's got a bit of a balls issue. We also need to make it so we can pick these up. The idea is we want to be able to throw them around, maybe feed them to the furnace. I don't know, up to you. This game might get us on PETA's eyes. Just a heavy voice saying meep, 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 meep. It's a co-op survival horror friendslop game. Wait, what the fuck? What opened the door? Wait, did they open the door? No. Oh my god, they can open the door? That's not... I don't want them to open the door. Can you open the door? Who was it that opened the door? Wait, I'm actually lost. Did did the rat open the door? Can the rats open doors? Huh? How are they opening the door, man? This is some bullshit. They're not supposed to be able to open the door. Better question is, how did I replay that? I set the slow-mo to 10. As you can see, though, some of the rats tend to... Well, let's just say... they get stuck. I don't think they got stuck. Listen, man, don't make this a sexual thing, okay? Don't need to turn this into a sexual thing, all right? No, they're not mating. Let's not call it that. Let's just call it as it is. These dumb motherfuckers got stuck. And now they can't get out. And I don't know how to stop them from going there. I don't even know how they got in there. Oh, guys, I think I know how they did it. I think their spinning input vector code put them... Yep, look at that. Oh, look at that. Number 2 is in. Number 2's in. And because they're in a spot that has no nav mesh, well, let's just say they screwed themselves. Also, I just noticed that they are affecting nav mesh themselves, which they should not be. Let's not do that. We should probably make them try to run away from the player. Man, how are you going in the door? How are you opening the door? This rat's got hands. This one's stuck in this thing. There you go. You're welcome. Oh, they're still getting stuck. Oh, you stupid motherfucker. You dumb son of a bitch. How did that happen? You know what? Maybe we let them get stuck. Maybe that's like part of the maybe that's part of the appeal. Hold on, I got to do a little third graders puzzle. Hold on. I'm stuck, step developer. Oh, there we go. What do we do if they get stuck? And how can we determine that they got stuck? Whatever. Let's just let it happen. Now, we need to model a rat. Make an empty box collider. We could block off that spot. Now, I don't know if we'll ever have a rat infestation happen in the main engine train. I guess might as well. Might as well just let it happen. Might as well just let it happen. All right. A rat. Rat. Okay, so a rat 3D model. So they need legs and a tail. And then a head and 2 eyes and some ears. Okay. I'm getting what you're putting down. So we do this. Then we do this. And then we subdivision. And then we make that part higher. All right. Are you good at sculpting? Are you planning to sculpt your own characters? Honestly, I am not very good when it comes to character art, as you guys can see. As you guys can see, not my forte. It is definitely not my forte at all. Uh, it is not my forte. Let me, warning. Rat on screen. Rat on screen warning. Rat on screen. If you're skirmish, here we go. Skirmish? Skimmish? Skittish? Sir, a rat has landed on the PureRef file. I've had 3, but now I have cats. It's one fat ass rat? What do you mean? What the hell? Don't be mean. Sir, a second rat has hit the train. You really like subdividing cubes? Yeah, it's a better sphere. I'm just saying, it's a better sphere. It's a much better sphere. Now, how the hell do we do the ears? Also, I think we might have made this fucker too long. He's too long. You really do be a bit of a fat fuck, huh? Why is the rat obese? Bro, he's had a lot to eat. Make the eyeballs larger than the rat itself. You're not even gonna be able to see the eyeballs all that much. Like, I'm probably gonna make a really low poly version of this shit. I think the perked up nose, funny enough, is actually like the biggest thing of this. Like it made it look more like a rat. You know what I mean? Should we give him little whiskers? We don't want him to look cute. We want him to look disgusting because the rat infestation involves you killing the rats to get them out of there. This whole thing is a little cruel. Can we pet the rats? Well, I guess you can technically pick them up, so I guess you are technically able to pet them. How do we do the ears? Those 2 cubes. Just 2 fucking cubes and shit. Sure, I guess. I think as long as the... Because the thing is, yeah, it's going to be really small. Like, I don't think players are going to really notice this. Like, we probably want to smooth that edge there. Yeah, yep. Maybe I should get another reference of this. That might be a good idea. Rats. We are the rats. Will the player be able to get some cats to take care of the rat infestation? I don't know. I don't know. I think he made him too cute-ish. Yeah, plane shift, how's it going? You got a bit of like a flat back. Every game has a mouse. Good, you have one as well. Yeah, but we might be doing things that we don't want to do to the mouse, as such as throw them off the train. We will be doing things such as throwing them off the train. I don't make the rules. Can we shake the rat? You could shake the rat. Is this a rat shaker reference? Okay, how do we do his front leg? Do we just make it a separate, like, mesh or something? What about squeezing the rat? It's called rat shaker, not rat squeezer. Can we throw the rat into the furnace? Maybe. This is his... Yes, this is... This is how we're going to model the front. I actually don't know how we're going to do the legs in a really kind of low poly way. Unsure. It's about as good as it gets, I think. This is about as good as it gets currently. I think. That does mean we probably want to bring this up. Does this technically count as a monster? Kinda. It technically does, but it's not going to count towards the 3 monsters in the list. This will definitely count towards the maintenance task, though. All right. You ever see a rat with legs that look like this? No? Well, now you have. And now he's done. Huh? Hey, he looks pretty good. I don't know about you guys. He looks pretty good to me. Okay, maybe we can... Okay. He looks like a piggy bank? He's... What the... Don't call him a piggy bank. That's so objectifying. Hell yeah, schedule one really lower the bar for everyone. I don't know if it was like schedule 1, but... Oh, shit! Maybe we do make him lower poly. Yeah, because he's gonna be small anyways. Like, we just... Yeah, but like his legs. I don't even know how do we make... How do we make lowish poly legs, man? I'm gonna plunge him. Oh, fuck. Are you gonna animate them? I'm not. I'm not. There's the secret. I'm not. The secret sauce is I'm not. Just don't make legs. That's true. We could just not make legs. Let me search up low poly rat. What do they do for legs? Bro, that is not low poly. Get the fuck out of here. I need to see low poly. Oh, they don't even do the legs. A lot of the references, they don't even do legs. They just make them flat. And then maybe they just slide around. That's kind of based. Probably wondering based on what? I don't know. Yeah, I actually kind of like that idea because then we can just make them slide around. This one looks like he's got shoes on. Yeah, that's not good. Not what I want. I don't want that. Yeah, let's just actually, you know what? Actually, let's delete these legs. Why give them legs when you can just watch this? You can just kind of do a little bit of something like this. Mm-hmm. He does need a tail, though. I think I did forget one pretty important thing, which is a tail. I might have forgotten an important element. And then I'm assuming this gets thinner at the end, right? I don't know. I'm not a rat professional. I'm not what you call a rat professional. I really don't like these normals, but if I mark, it still doesn't look very good. Whatever, it's a rat. What do you want from me? Rats, rats, we are the rats. This is really, the whole thing is too thick. What is this? Mechanical rat. There should be a mechanical rat that has a bomb fucking strapped to it in the video game. I have to point that out because that's quite important for whoever might be listening. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. All rat. Yeah. S underscore rat. All right. Put him in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game. Rat. He doesn't have a texture? That's okay. He doesn't need one. He don't need one yet. Excuse me. Get the hell off my screen. Thank you. What? Oh, is he not facing the right direction? Oh, you stupid motherfucker. You're facing the Y. Oh. I love how his mesh is literally just S_rat. Like it doesn't get any fancier than that. That's literally that's it. That's all he is. Is in Unreal, is the X the forward direction? Yes, unless it is a skeletal mesh, then it is Y forward. Don't ask me why. He's floating. It would appear he's floating. Oh, that would make sense because he needs to be lowered down. Yeah, that does make sense, I guess. Yeah, I suppose that does make a little bit of sense. I did really make him really... Rats are massive? Bro, he's huge. He's fucking huge. He's the size of my character's foot. I don't even know what his foot size is. Look at him. He's getting stuck. Oh, come on. Get out. Come on, get out of there. He's just getting cozy? Man, this dumb motherfucker. It does look kind of funny, though. Ideally, I think it'd be cool for his tail to have like an effect where it's like delayed behind it. I do think I made his tail too small, actually. I ain't gonna lie. I think rats have pretty large tails, don't they not? Rats, we are the rats. Massive, huge, humongous. I feel like this would be cool if it had like a snake effect behind them. You guys know what I'm talking about? Where it kind of like delayed behind them. All right, let's get more of you blind motherfuckers in here. Let's see what it looks like in here. They should have a different variety in size. 0.41. Uh, 0.38 to 0.45. I use a Perforce. Oh, great. They're opening the door again. These stupid... And they're going through the door. Oh my god! So, ideally, it would be great if you could, like, knock them and shit with, like, stuff. But, unfortunately, they don't simulate physics. Now, what if I do make them simulate physics? What happens then? Dude, he's fucking spinning in the air and shit. Boom. Maybe simulate physics is not a good idea. But I do want to make it if you hit someone with an object that, you know. Throwing in the engine? Hold on. We need hold on. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. No, that's not the right one. This is the right one. I have to do that better. This is not the way to do it, but they're gonna need meltable component for sure. They might just need meltable component, guys. This is diabolical. Oh, interesting. Well, it would appear that meltable component does not work on him. I actually don't know why it's not working. I actually do not know why it's not working. It has generate overlap events turned on. You're just fucking walking around like it's nothing. Get out of there. You dummy. What you doing? Oh, wait. I know. Who wants some bacon? Food for the engine god. You're the only one left. And you chose to get stuck. Oh, come on, man. You this stupid? And now you're flying? What the hell? What do you mean you're flying? Oh, your collision fucked up. I gotta reset your collision to 0. Make a note somewhere complaining about fireproof rats. Dude, there should be some rats that are like, they fight back. They're like a hell rat. Now, ideally what we'd want is if they get near a player, they should run away from the player, right? I feel like that would make sense. If they get near a player, they should run away from the player. Do I give them a little sphere radius or something? I don't see why not. It seemed like a good idea. Avoidance sphere. This will be the avoidance sphere. Is sneaking a thing in the game? Technically, it's a survival horror game. I feel like every survival horror game is like an element of stealth. So I guess what we could do is just add input vector away We'd want to stop any movement first. Stop any active movement immediately. And then I guess we could do avoiding. Avoiding actor. Yes. Now, we only want to do this with a pawn. The other actor, I don't know if I have a system for the player character. Like, do we give them a tag? Pawn. Oh. Yes. How are you liking the blueprint system now that you've been working with it for a time? I think it's great. I've been using it, well, forever, so. Yeah, I think it's great. Avoiding actor. So let's do this. I guess we should create a timer. Yeah, like a de-aggro. And then de-aggro. We'll just reset that node. After like 3 seconds. And then let's also make it so this clears any existing timers. Yeah. Kind of love nodes. They look cool. I have to say, I think from a viewing experience, you guys probably would... I feel like I enjoy seeing nodes more than syntax code to some degree. Syntax code, you know... like, it can still be interesting. Obviously, it just depends on the streamer, of course. But... yeah. Okay, so avoiding actor. Move to random. We do not want to move to random. We do not want to move to random if we are avoiding something. So what we'll do is we'll check if this is valid and make sure that it is not valid. From my non-Unreal perspective, nodes feel like they'd be hard to maintain. It's just like any other writing syntax, but there are obviously benefits to writing C++ versus Blueprint, of course. They're not horribly difficult to maintain. Like any programming code, it is as hard as you make it to maintain. If you write shitty code and write it in such a way that it makes it hard to fucking read it, then that's on you. But you could do the exact same thing in C++, I'm sure. So I've, you know, it's been relatively straightforward. It does get a little hectic with a lot of data, but then at that point, okay, probably better to just write it in C++. Or move it off over to C++. And the workflow is pretty straightforward to move something from Blueprint to C++, so thank goodness for that. Like, it's not like horribly difficult unless like things are like really bad. Okay, so if avoiding actor is true, essentially, we want to add an input vector. So this should make them run away. C++ is more flexible? Yeah, everything in here is technically C++, just written down. If you can't do something in Blueprint, you could always make a C++ function exposed to Blueprint. That's usually what I do. If I can't find something in Blueprint. And what's funny, it ends up being a really simple function in C++, just wasn't exposed. So let's see. Is valid, avoiding actor, stationary to false. Okay. This should make it so they run away from us. Get over here. And now they're getting stuck a lot easier, which maybe that's intended. No, don't go to the door. Don't get back here. Get back in here. You're not supposed to be outside. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Bro, he's doing spins and shit. He doesn't even care. He doesn't even care. Okay, so that is because of this. We want to make sure that he does not run any of this code if they're simulating physics. Cashing in on the friendslop? Well, it's a good opportunity to learn multiplayer in a space that isn't like super like strict, I guess. Like obviously I do want it to still run well, but it's a genre that's not like crazy anal about like you know, gameplay mechanics being right on the dot and stuff like that. It's a little bit more loose. So it's like a great time to make a game like this, I guess. Harshly critiqued? Yeah, no. Like I think these types of games still get critiqued. Don't get me wrong. Definitely still get the same, maybe similar level of critique, but obviously the games aren't like generally aren't super expensive. I feel like we should make them run faster when they're running away. The thing is, yeah, maybe we can still do it from here. Maybe we could set their max speed from here. Let's get real crazy with it, shall we? Let's double their max speed. Or, yeah, sort of double. And then once they de-aggro, let's reset it back to 200. This should happen all on the server and then just get replicated down to the players. They kind of get stuck. Maybe instead of running in the direction of the forward vector, maybe they try to find... This might get pretty gnarly, but... Yeah, probably don't want to calculate this constantly. I don't know what the hit is for this, but I guess we'll find out. Because that's also happening on tick. I might make them like really skittish. This guy just gets stuck. Like, why? I can't see shit. That guy's in the wall! He's in the wall. They can't go up the staircase, which kind of sucks. That's probably because their Z velocity is being set so high. I kind of like how they're getting stuck, but also, like, I wouldn't mind it if they didn't get stuck. It would be very preferable if they did not get stuck, but whatever. Such is life as a rat. Such is life. Maybe we find out if they get stuck, and if they got stuck, we try to make them run backwards. Because it seems like they're facing the direction that they get stuck in, so we could just go back them up, you know, like a truck. I'd love to make their tail have that kind of effect where they're like following behind. Look at them doing them. Oh, shit. They're all getting stuck. What's funny is that they're getting stuck in kind of an awkward place. Didn't one of them, like, go outside? Where the fuck is this motherfucker? I literally don't know where he went. That sneaky motherfucker. I think the running away thing though is funny. I like it. I like how they're running away. I think them getting stuck though. What's over there, huh? What's over there? What's over there? What's so important that makes you want to run in that direction, huh? Maybe they need to have like a stop and overlap or something. And there we go. I don't know why that's happening. Anyways, this is great though. Is it not stat CPU? What the hell is it? Stat? Oh hey, how are you, man? What the hell are you doing here? Stat game. There we go. Yeah, the tick time isn't great. So we'd probably want to do some stuff there, but it's not horrible. Not ideal that they get kind of just stuck in anything though. Oh, maybe they're getting stuck on the staircase because there's not a ramp. I don't really know what's going on here. Like, I don't... What's wrong? What's wrong with you, huh? Maybe they're trying to move to a spot where they can't move to? How you doing, Corrado? How's it going? Did I fix the issue where they start spinning in circles once we grab them? They're still spinning in circles. Interesting. Let's actually do this. We're just not going to do any event tick stuff when we're simulating physics. It's like them trying to escape. Well, I guess that would maybe make sense. Thing is, though, is like we're not grabbing the rat, though, which is kind of part of the problem. We're kind of grabbing the capsule. Why do they keep getting stuck and then they face left? They like to face left. I don't know if you guys noticed that. They like to really face left. I think when their velocity is 0, 0, 0, that might be why. It would be cool if they could like, cause they no, technically they can't fit. That's because there's no nav mesh anymore and they can't move out of there. So we almost need like a code to see, to move them out of a spot if they get stuck. All right. Well, I don't know. Anyways, I think this is fun. I think it's a fun one. Fun little thing that we're working towards. We got some rats. Yeah. Can you have 2 nav meshes, one for big characters and one for tiny? We might need that because we will need to make some nav mesh for the vents. I don't think any nav mesh gets created in any of the ventilation system stuff, and we kind of need that to occur. So we probably will. That being said, though, they can't really generate nav mesh in these tiny spots. Oh, well, we can. We could probably get it to happen, but ideally we just block these spots off. Even as a player, getting stuck in here kind of sucks too, so... And probably ideal to not allow players to get through here anyways, so... Yep. Maybe we put a bunch of pipes and shit over here. Yeah. But yeah, Almida, thank you for the 46 months. Thank you. I'm just here to say hi. Gonna go to sleep. Good night. Hey, rest well. I'm actually hopping out right now, so... Yeah. Yeah, fun little thing. Rats. I think it'd be cool to make their tails kind of like have that snake effect. I think that'd be super sick. I just have no idea how I do that. Maybe a problem for future me. But not current me. Only future me. Anyways. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think probably later stream. Let me check my email real quick. Yeah, probably much later in the day. I got a call that I got to go to, so. Yeah. So I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to go eat something, so goodbye. See you later.